I think that was the perfect way, again, to bring down the people, to get them ready for what we're about to issue next. So I have to ask you, man, first of all, you know, you ready to do this thing?
It's that time of the week again. Let's do it.
I think I'm ready. I'm ready.
Okay, cool. Before we do this, right, RP, get to your battle station. So, people, there's a time in the week when obviously we do what we got to do. Obviously we have Frisbee of the week, we do that, and then we get to a part of the segment, or sorry, a part of the show with a segment called Part of the Week. RP, drop that ish. So, as you know, people, Part of the Week, if you don't know what a part is, there's something embarrassing, something shameful, something what happens to an individual, either ourselves or anybody out in the public eye, and we're here to address it. So, what we do, we take 3 parts, what we find throughout the week, and we actually label them down from 3 to 1. Worst one is still a par to one which is just like crazily stupid, where we have to like just get crazy. Now, here to bring you the 3 pars is myself, JJ and Warren. I don't know what order they're going to go in, but all I know is I'm going to be par number 1. So, as you can see, we picked the appropriate instrumental for it. What? So, part number 3, who's going to drop us with that?
It's me,
Okay, cool. So we got JJ hitting us off with the part of the week number 3. Let's go.
Okay, so anybody who's got any sons or daughters, or maybe or even young enough to have been at Busted on Thursday to witness us all out there with Tiny Temper doing our thing. Yeah, so my little brother was there. He's a little MC and does his music, so he jumped on stage and did his thing in front of the people, got some good feedback. I have to admit, I was probably the most nervous person in the Regal at the time, like shaking and stuff, because he was nervous himself. He told me, and I was like, no, you'll be fine. I'm doing the Big Brother thing.
Of course.
So anyway, so he finished his thing and he come back off stage and he's like, yeah. It all went well, smiling and that. We're laughing, joking. Anyway, so I think, what was it? The People's Champ was mixing.
The People's Champ was doing this thing, man.
He was mixing and yeah. I was a bit hyper, laughing, joking with everyone. Turned around and see a few girls looking my way. And I thought, obviously they're young, but still, attention's attention. So I gave them a bit of a smile, and they gave me a bit of a smile back. And was pointing, and I'm like, yeah. Got the pearly whites on, got the nice jeans on. Swagger was right. I was like, yeah, give them a wave. Did the whole superstar thing because I felt like a star up there. Only to notice that they were pointing at me to ask me to move so that they could see my brother and do little heart signs to my brother.
Oh. Have mercy.
Hey.
At that point, I left the building.
Well, for the fact that obviously you felt nice because you was getting attention.
Yeah.
People, let me stress, that event we went to, it was busted. It was under 18s. Now JJ, I mean, he's a grown man.
To be fair, I could actually quote one of Richie Paul's, but I'm not going to do
let's
it.
not do that, man.
No.
This is a family show, people.
No.
Yeah, but I made my brother walk home because of that moment.
So yeah, actually I had to drop him home for that.
Oh, I thought he walked.
Cheers.
I didn't buy him no food.
So cheers, you kind of like basically got parred yourself. So you are par number 3.
I am.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So anyway,
made the grade.
Yeah, sorry, man. Sorry. So moving on. Part number 2 is brought to you by Stoney, aka Pound Tony, whatever you want to call him, the dude with the suit, the CEO, the OEC, whatever the case is. Drop him with it, P.
Okay, so everybody's been in town, caught public transport in. You get to the bus stop and you see that one person that runs for the bus, and you're sitting on the bus thinking, why are they running for the bus for? Because you know City Line don't wait for nobody.
That's it. Shut the door all on them.
So they shut the door on them. They're knocking on the door like the driver's gonna let them in, and they just drive off. So I work in Reading, and I catch the train. I don't drive. It's cheaper to catch the train. So my train comes. I get my ticket out. I run through the barrier. I run onto the train so I can get on it. Only to notice that the driver is now revving the engine for the train like it's gonna leave, and this woman runs out there like, you know, just jetting out there, like runs through the barrier, runs up to the train as the train is pulling off, and sticks her hand out
In front of the train.
She was
the
thinking
train's
of
gonna
us.
stop. It's a train.
If that train had stopped and everyone just drop off their seat.
To be
But it's
fair,
one
trains do
woman,
have brakes. He could have stopped.
emergency stop. You should have pulled the red thing for the woman, man.
And I bet you, and the worst thing is, yeah, I bet Warren was on that train, skin and teeth, crying to himself.
Now,
Pointing at the window, like knocking on the window, like so.
no. But that's the funny thing, right? She puts her hand out, and the train moves off, and I'm passing her. And then she looks at me and gives me that why look, and I'm like smiling at her like, are you stupid? You can't put your hand up for a train and expect it to stop for you. It leaves on time, and if you're not there, it's gone.
Makes sense
So
to me.
part number 2, shout out to the lady that stuck her hand out for the train to get on it, only to find out the train don't stop
You know
for
what? We have to give that woman, wherever she may be, a signal.
Adam Mercy.
Wow. So it gets to the time, people, where we have to delve into part of the week number one. And it's brought to you by myself. And the person who gets parred is myself. So, we're going to get into this. Now, for those who know, you mean like, I work in town, you mean like, I like to interject with people face to face and everything like that. I feel it's my strongest point. So I work in town, and there's a part of the job where I have to obviously meet and greet, where I have a good telephone voice and good customer service and everything like that. I can fit the grade. I believe I can fit the grade. So what I do, you mean I'm just there for a little bit at a time. I'm like, yeah. So welcome to, how you guys doing? How can I help you? So forth and whatnot. So I'm doing my biz and I'm on fire. I am on form. I'm doing backflips and everything, giving customers high fives and the whole lot. I'm not even lying. So, this old guy walks in, this old dude, and he's walking in like, he is actually like an old dude. You know you get cool old dudes and you just get old dudes. This guy was an old dude.
Oh man.
So he's talking to me, he's like, so son, yeah, so I was wondering if you could help me out. Yeah, so, yeah, what's the problem, sir? Yeah, I'm having a bit of trouble with my device. I was wondering if you could sort me out. Yeah, I try my best, mate. I try my best. What is it you actually looking for? Well, so he's going on like this when we're going back and forth for a while. Now, it gets to a point where he starts going off the conversation about why he came in and starts talking about like something what happened to him. I think he had to go in hospital to get some kind of operation or something like that. So when he's talking, I'm thinking, all right, cool. As much as I wanted to know, I was thinking, why is this dude talking to me for? Why? So he's talking, yeah, and I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, as you do. So when this guy's talking to me, he's all up in my face like he wants to be starting something. First of all, right? So when he's up in my face and everything like that, I'm like, okay, cool. Lo and behold, when he's talking, he does one of those ones like, I don't know if teeth are missing or whatever. So he's lisping and he's. So when he's doing that, spit lands from out of his mouth onto the bottom of my lip. I was vexed.
Did you lick it?
I was, no, do you know what I did? And you know the conversation we was having before? When you talk about, you know, if that happens, like, you can't turn around and you go, oh. Bro, I was like, oh. I said, so what are you doing? He was like, yes, oh, sorry, did I spit on you? Yes, you did. And for the guy to bring it up, I was thinking, you must do this often.
Did you wipe it in front of him?
Straight up. And I was overreacting as well, the whole lot.
You should have. You should have asked him to wipe off. It's like, could you wipe that off, please?
The dude done too much for me, man.
I'd be like, this is yours. Could you take this back?
And then after it happened, I was kind of baffled. I was like, what actually happened here? So I was actually baffed for a bit, I'm not going to lie. So after I wiped it off, you know where it feels like it's still there? I'm like, oh.
Yeah.
Oh. So I got vexed. I just left where I was supposed to be. Got upstairs, I washed my whole face. It gets worse.
With bleach.
After I washed my face, is there any cream to dry my face with?
Oh.
Did I nearly have an ashy face?
Oh.
I ain't gonna lie, do you know what I done? Walked out of my shop,
Use lip balm.
went to Boots.
And you creamed yourself and didn't buy the thing, did you?
Don't know!
You should have gone body shop though. Still.
That is funny.
That's the one,
Gangster.
people.
I ain't gonna lie, that's gangster.
I was vexed. I was upset. I was very upset.
We don't promote stealing of any sort.
No, we don't.
That's right, we just use the thing and put it back.
I borrowed the cream. Don't worry, I borrowed the cream.
Bar of the crew.
Big shout out to the security guard who watched me do it as well.
Because he does the same thing every day. He's like, yeah, I use that pot as well. Pass me the thing, no?
But yes, people, that was this week's Pars of the Week, 3-1, brought to you by myself, Stoney, and JJ. If you actually have a par that you want us to actually talk about on air, it might happen to yourself, it could be anonymous or whatever the case is, hit us up and tell us what to do, and we'll be able to get that out for you next week or whenever we do this. But people, I'm gonna let those pars marinate for you just a little bit, and we're gonna come back into a exclusive mix by the guy who's not actually here today. He goes by the name of Boy Wonder, aka Theo Woods. No relation to Tiger. Don't go anywhere.